Well, I will tell you, even during the days of the military, when you read their coup statements about all the things that are going wrong and what they are going to do differently, 2 years down the road, they get kicked out, and Nigeria celebrate because there's a huge gap between the promise and what is happening. So governance is not a kiss play. So I think that is it. You have to agree that some of the policy initiatives will require more than a year to materialize. And what will the president gain by resorting to policy choices that are unlikely to deliver comfort, in the long run? Now, in the short run, medium to long term, truth be told, you can have your wishes, but unfortunately, it doesn't just work that way. It doesn't just work that way. But what I think the government must do, which the president is doing, is to recognize that, there are challenges. People are obviously going through hardship, and it is not just to lament it, but to do something positive to address it. And address it at two levels. One is to jack up wages. That's what is done everywhere in the world, including America that you mentioned. When the cost of living is going up, they adjust wages to cope with the rising cost of living. And you also need to remember that Nigeria is a federation. And the state governments too are supposed to, and I'm sure many of them are doing something to also deal with the hardship arising from some of the policies. So I think for me, it's about having faith that in the long run, these things will work out. And 1 year, there's a difference between magic or miracles. There are no miracles in the life of a nation. Your input, your throughput, the quality of the input and the throughput determine the output. And between the input, throughput to output, or final outcome, just can take time, depending on how fundamental the issues are.
Comrade,
I don't know what to feel, for example, when people who work less than you do, just because they have a relationship with the CBN, they were just collecting rents. And look at the amount of money that was printed that is not supported by any economic fundamentals. These are huge challenges that the president has to deal with. And there are no miracles.
Comrade, the reason...
for me,
Comrade,
do it right or wrong is better than do nothing. Lamentation is not an option.